Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the very first episode of the Friday Football 5! Here we will be discussing the top 5 stories that have happened across the footballing world. Sometimes I will have with me a guest, sometimes it's just me, all on my own, discussing the world of football with you lovely lot. So let's not mess around. All you need to do is smash that like button, drop a comment about this week's subjects, and click subscribe! And here's what's coming up this week. Is Emma Hayes about to make history? No Harry Kane equals pain. And Jesse Lingard at West Ham. Is it a top signing or a flop signing? But there is only one place that we can start this week, and that is, of course, at Liverpool. So deadline day saw Liverpool bring in not one, but two centre-backs. Finally! Yep, they brought in Ben Davies from Preston and Ozan Kabak from Schalke. And it was all a big Liverpool merry-go-round on deadline day. Ben Davies goes from Preston to Liverpool, and Sepp van der Berg goes from Liverpool to Preston. Then Mustafi leaves Arsenal to go to Schalke, who, by the way, are bottom of the Bundesliga at the moment, to allow Ozan Kabak to join Liverpool. Are you caught up as well? Yeah? Okay. Good. Now, Ben Davies was subject of a £4 million bid from Bournemouth and was also linked with Celtic prior to Liverpool getting involved and saying, come to us. Come. So, why on earth would Preston accept a £2 million bid for him? They rejected bids in the past of £10 million. What's going on? Personally, I think it just smells a bit of desperation. Virgil van Dijk's out for the whole season. Joe Gomez is out for the whole season. Got rid of Dejan Lovren in the summer. You've been playing a kid that was at Kidderminster Harriers last season. You've brought somebody back from Stuttgart who's not playing week in, week out. And you've then got Joel Matip, who is now also out for the rest of the season. So why, when you've had a whole month to bring in decent centre-backs, do you go for somebody from Preston for £2 million and a centre-back from the bottom club in the Bundesliga? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I like watching Liverpool play. I think they play some fantastic football. But I just don't understand why you wouldn't spend more money on one decent centre-back. You've played Fabinho as centre-back. You've played Henderson as centre-back. Heck, you could even play Thiago or James Milner as centre-back. Do you really need two? Spend more money and go for one. Don't get two. Go for one. But who knows? Ben Davies might become an absolute legend at Liverpool. Kabak might bring something completely different. I guess it's one to just watch out for, but for me, I think they left it far too late and they could have signed better players. So I reached out to the one person who I already knew was a Liverpool fan, which of course is my brother, if you haven't seen my videos already, asking for his opinion on the matter. And he basically said, Liverpool have a thing, since being owned by the Fenway Sports Group, that it is not the expensive players that have talent. We make the best of them. Look at Mane, Salah, Henderson, Karius, Adrian. The list can go on. They buy them cheap and sell them at a higher rate. If Ben Davies could become world class, imagine the money we could make on him. Fair point. Fair point. I also got a response on Twitter about the deadline day activity from Liverpool. We haven't seen him play much, but judging on past occurrences, it will be wise to side with Klopp and trust the decisions that he's made in terms of the signings. But who knows? But yeah, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about Liverpool's deadline day activity. Is it a bit desperate? Let me know. Okay, up next, is Emma Hayes about to make footballing history? So, as of recording this episode of the Friday Football 5, Emma Hayes is still the Chelsea women's team coach and has basically come out and said that no money in the world will take her away from her dream job, which she is currently in. However, she has been linked with the vacant job at AFC Wimbledon, who are in League One. So the question is it the right time for a female coach to take charge of a men's football team? Now, my response to this is quite simple. Why the heck not? Look at what Emma Hayes is doing at Chelsea's women's team. They're on a massive roll at the minute. They're winning game after game after game. They've won multiple pieces of silverware under her. And I mean, we've got female pundits. We've got Alex Scott, we've got Sue Smith, we've got Leanne Sanderson, just to name a few. It might have happened in the past as well when Hope Powell was manager of England years ago. She was linked with men's football team's job. Why can't a woman give it a go? It might work, it might not. If we can have a female Doctor Who, why can't we have a female football manager? But by the looks of it, Emma Hayes has turned the job down. She's come out and said, I sincerely hope AFC Wimbledon find the right candidate for the football club. The whole point about them not being able to afford me is nothing to do with money, but everything to do with the fact that I'm in the best job in the world. No amount of money is going to tempt me away from that. So for now, it looks as though Emma Hayes is staying put at Chelsea, but this is definitely one to watch. And I think, honestly, it won't be too long until we see a female coach taking over a men's football team. Let me know what you think. Alrighty then, subject number 3 today on the Friday Football 5 episode 1 is no Harry Kane, it equals pain. 27-year-old Harry Kane has racked up 19 goals so far this season, as well as 14 assists. Him and Son together, boom, explosion people, explosion! They're playing some fantastic football. Gareth Bale, on the other hand, not really doing anything at Spurs, and doesn't look like he's the right man to fill in Harry Kane's shoes. So, the question I am putting out there is, will Spurs even make the top 4? At the minute, I don't think they will, folks. I really don't. So I've taken a look at Tottenham Hotspur's stats since the start of the 2014-2015 season. I've compared Spurs' games with Harry Kane starting compared to Harry Kane not starting or not being in the squad. So with Harry Kane starting for Spurs, that is 187 games. 107 of those games Spurs have won, and there has been 359 goals scored in those games, which is just incredible. That is a win rate of 57.2% with Harry Kane in that team. Without Harry Kane in that team, there's been 24 games. Only 11 of them have been won, with 7 losses and 6 draws. That's a win rate of 45.8%. So why is Harry Kane so valuable to Spurs? Why has nobody taken that ownership, if you will, and stepped up in his absence? They've had multiple people try. They've brought in Fernando Llorente off the top of my head. They've got, I want to call him, what's he called? Vesuvius, but that's a volcano. He's squad number 45 at Tottenham. Begins with V, Victus or something like that. You'll know what I mean. I'll put a picture up now. But surely the obvious answer here is Gareth Bale. He's been desperate to play football, and he's still a quality footballer. So surely this is Bale's time to shine. Help push Spurs. Get them in that top 4, because at the minute, Man City are better. Man United, annoyingly, are better. Liverpool, meh, but they will probably beat them to a top 4. There'll be a surprise team in there, like Leicester, like West Ham. Even Everton, at the moment, could be better. And the games that Spurs have got are not easy. Like tonight, whilst I'm recording this, Spurs play Chelsea, who again are also trying to find their own form. So what do you guys think? Do you think Spurs will make the top 4 this season? Let me know, drop a comment. And again, it's one to watch out for. See if they do manage to find that way of winning games. Even if they scrap a 1-0 win, a win's a win at the end of the day. But personally, I think without Kane, they won't make top 4, I'm afraid. Sorry, Spurs fans. Alright, moving on to Jesse Lingard. Jesse's joined West Ham. And he's off with a bang. Oh, did you see what I did there, people? Did you see what I did? I made it rhyme. God, I'm good. I mean, he couldn't have asked for a better start, really, could he, Jesse Lingard? 2 goals on your debut for West Ham. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. I won't lie, when I heard Lingard was joining West Ham, my first thought was a bit odd. But on reflection, out of the teams that were linked with him, so I know Newcastle were linked with him, I know West Brom were linked with him, I know obviously now West Ham were linked with him and he's joined West Ham. Out of those three clubs, West Ham is the best club for him. I think David Moyes will get the best out of Jesse Lingard, and I think that performance last night from Lingard was basically him saying, remember who I am? I can still play for England. Man United should have been playing me. Look what I can do! Because let's face it, Lingard is a quality footballer. His performances in the World Cup were some of the most underrated performances and helped us get to where we got to, which was, of course, the semi-finals. Can you remember a time when England were in the semi-finals of the World Cup and there was no global pandemic? We were all drinking beer. I was on my lad's holiday. We'll be back. We'll be back. One day, people, we'll be back in stadiums and we'll be back drinking pint after pint and watching the footy. And when we are, oh, it'll be good. But yeah, prior to yesterday's game, Lingard's last game for Manchester United was the 26th of July 2020. But he did score in that game against Leicester. So surely Lingard will have a point to prove to Manchester United. I think he will be a top signing for West Ham. West Ham need a striker. They need an out-and-out striker because they cannot rely on Mikel Antonio. But Lingard can be that number 10, assist, score, box to box. I do rate Lingard. I think he will be a top signing for West Ham. I really do. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Lingard will be a top signing for West Ham? Or do you think he'll be a bit of a flop and a bit of a meh? It didn't work. Sorry, Jesse. Alrighty then. And the final topic on episode 1 of the Friday Football 5 is, what will Josh King bring? So, Josh King has joined Everton from Bournemouth on a deal until the end of the season. But there is an option for Everton to make it a permanent signing. Now, my first thought on this is, what a signing for Everton. They need a backup striker to Calvert-Lewin, and they also need somebody to maybe join in and form a partnership with Calvert-Lewin. It could honestly work. They could do long balls with Calvert-Lewin winning it, bringing it down, playing it into King. Calvert-Lewin is a fantastic striker, don't get me wrong. God, he's powerful in the air. He proved that the other night when he scored against Leeds, annoyingly. I don't rate Richarlison, and I know I'm going to get so much hate for saying that. Everton fans, please don't hate me. But I just think he's greedy. And I think he wants to try and be one of the world's best when he really isn't. Whereas if King and Calvert-Lewin can get a partnership formed and get firing on cylinders, they're already, are they 6th at the minute, Everton? They could cement that top 6 place, and they could even potentially push for that 4th spot. I do think the top 3 is going to be City, United, Liverpool. I think 4th spot, there's like 4 or 5 teams that could get it. Everton, West Ham, Leicester, Tottenham, Chelsea. Screw it, I'm going to put Leeds in it. We could do it, you never know. But yeah, I really do think that Josh King will bring a lot to Everton. I can't see him being there till the end of the season to then go back to Bournemouth, especially when Bournemouth have just sacked their manager. And, you know, if Bournemouth is still in the Championship, Josh King's not want to go back there. So yeah, Everton fans, let me know what you think Josh King will bring. Do you think he's going to be a fantastic signing for the club? Is he going to bring you goals? Is he going to bring you assists? Is he going to form that magical partnership with Calvert-Lewin? Drop a comment, let me know, please. And that's it for the first episode of the Friday Football 5. I really, really do hope that you liked it. Please smash that like button, please. The more likes, the merrier. Drop a comment, let me know your opinions and your views on the 5 subjects that I have discussed. But more importantly, please click subscribe. It takes 2 seconds, please, and I would very much appreciate it. Other than that, I will be back at the weekend with a normal video for my channel. And I'll be back next week, next Friday, for the Friday Football 5 episode 2, where hopefully I might have a guest. But yeah, I'll be back next week for episode 2 of the Friday Football 5. Have a good weekend, people. Laters!